Good morning, students. Let's come back to the class. Cryptography and network security for diploma in computer engineering students. Today topic is about HTTPS and wireless security. HTTPS and wireless security. HTTP already you know that it is a protocol, web protocol to transfer the web pages over the internet. Okay, so there is we need to provide the security, okay, while we are going to transfer the web pages. So the content transferred between the web pages, that means web server and web browser, should be secure. The content transferred between the web browser and web server is to be secure by using HTTPS. HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. S for SSL, security, secure socket layer. The last four classes, we have discussed about SSL security, okay, which is a very different levels of protocols there to enhance the security of the web data, web pages, which are going to happen between the web browser and web server. Wireless security, the security in the wireless network, wireless networks. What is the initially first we discuss HTTPS. HTTPS nothing but already that hypertext transfer protocol secure. Secure means here actually SSL security. SSL security. SSL means secure socket layer. What is main function of the HTTPS? Hypertext transfer protocol. It is a protocol for securing the communication between the two systems that contains that has nothing but a web browser, web server, web browser and web server. Now look into the figure. This is a simple normal HTTP and this is the HTTPS. Suppose it is a normal HTTP, just simply username and password, whatever the data you entered, the text as usual is to be forward, transfer. Here it is a encryption format. Encryption format. The content is not going to understand by the any attackers or hackers or intruders, unauthorized persons. The communication over the internet, which using the hypertext transfer protocol, secure. Here it is called HTTPS. Okay. By using this secure connection, such as transport layer security or SSL. SSL. Okay, anyone. Generally, today maximum follow the SSL protocol. The privacy and integrity of data are maintained, and authentication of websites is also validated. What we need first to suppose before going to access the servers, first you check that whether server are authenticated servers or authenticated parties maintain the servers or not. We have to verify that. Sometimes there is a problem if you upload your data, your credentials, so they may use your credentials and it is applied for some other places, so you may get problems. So that you also authenticate the what are the web servers. And data integrity without any alterations, the content which is going to transfer as usual, whatever the web server is digging from the different sources and delivered to the web browser, which web browser means there is a user is going to requesting the data over the internet, so that that content will be secure and will not be altered or any modifications. Is it clear? User credentials also not not modified. Privacy is maintained. There is an enhancement of security, like a confidentiality, means securing of the data, securing of the data. So that here, how to achieve the security? Actually, HTTPS provide the encrypted link, actually encrypted link between the web browser and web server. Encrypted link. So automatically that data which is going to enter, that is encrypted and transferred to the web server, and also similar to the web browser. This is a without secure, and this is a with secure. Now see the difference. There is a like username, me, password, my password. Like the simple text is there that can understand by the everyone. So there is a possibility of the attack. Is it clear? And text will be there is no privacy. Text will known to the unauthorized persons. Whereas come to this HTTPS, the text is encrypted, so you cannot understand this kind of text which is going to transfer between the web browser and web server. So this is encrypted format. So attackers also not able to understand because that algorithm and what are the credentials used by the or agreed by between the parties not known to the attackers. So that's why secure browsers and secure links always you can use. So that's why today HTTPS you have to register that. What is the kind of suppose you are going to have a website, you have a server, you have to register that. You need to provide the secure data. That means there is a certificate authorities. You have to get the HTTPS. Okay, this is about the HTTPS. Okay, just look into the diagram and note down the diagram. By this is a diagram, you can understand that what is the difference between the HTTP and HTTPS? S for secure. HTTP normal protocol. HTTP is the just hypertext normal hypertext transfer protocol. It is a normal protocol without security. Hypertext means web text transfer from the different sources. Protocol means it is a protocol, nothing but it is just rules and regulations are designed to carry the web pages content through the web pages. Is it clear? So that will create a platform. It is a create a platform from the transfer the web pages, but there is no security as usual. Whatever the data, um, say data is digged because a request made to the web server, that server is sending requests to many and digging the information or requested information is digging on the fly and sent to the browser. Okay, the extraction of the data and transfer of data is as usual without any encryption in the HTTP. Okay, just for just for request to satisfy. That's all. Now here the additional security is enhanced. Okay, so next coming to the what are the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? HTTP first transfers data in hypertext, that is structured text format. And structured text, whatever your web page designed, based on that, that text will be transferred. Okay, but there is no encryption. Whereas HTTPS transfer the data in encrypted format. Encrypted format. Okay, HTTP uses port 80 by default. There is 80 actually HTTP protocol port number, that is the IO port number uses as end to end connection creation. By default, the HTTP assigned with the 80 port, 80 number, because there is some 16-bit ports are there in the connection oriented protocol maximum. So 80 is assigned. HTTPS uses port 443 by default. There is a difference. 443 is the standard port number and assigned to the HTTPS design. HTTP is not secure. Okay, simple, just transfer the data. Whereas HTTPS is secure using SSL technology. That means SSL protocol. SSL protocol. How to differentiate between HTTP and HTTPS? See this HTTP is simple like this, very HTTPS, and there is also a you may get some a lock symbol. If it is a secure site, may get some lock symbol. Like example, I will show that lock symbol. See, this is a let take the example. Now see the this is a JN2 website. This is a lock symbol. Okay, so this lock symbol nothing but it is a secure site. Okay, the content transferred from this will secure manner. And also let's take the example. Uh, this also secure. Okay, let click on this. See that that information will be well certificate. This will show the connection is secure. Connection is the secure. Certificate is valid. The cookies and site settings all will be displayed. Okay, that is a lock symbol. All automatically give the secure trans protocol that are authorized by the certificate authority. What are the advantages of HTTPS? Advantages of HTTPS: secure communication. Okay, that means it makes the secure connection by establishing the encrypted link between the browser and server. What is a browser actually? User request to create through web browser like your Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Internet Explorer, like all called the browser, like the user site. And the server means where the information is provided. Okay, there is a web servers are there, some IIS or Apache Tomcat, all the web servers. These all the helping servers, and they communicate to the other servers, and requested information is extracted from the different sources and put before you what is the request made by you. Is it so that the data is data the what are the information which is uh, available on your web browser in the encryption format. That means for you it is showing in the normal pattern, but while transfer the information that is in the encryption, because of it is a secure connection and it is a secure encrypted link, so that information is in the encrypted format while in transfer. And also the data integrity. Integrity means it cannot modify or cannot changes. HTTP provides the data integrity by encrypting the data, and so even if hackers manage to trap the data, so there is a definitely there is a data encryption available because of the to avoid the problems of integrity. Generally, people going to attacking like replay attack, like capturing some text, they are finding the replay attack or modify the text, or some text is repeated many times or one time. Sometimes is going to create a unauthorized attempt, and also they are trying to delete the content. Like examples, privacy and security. Privacy and security. HTTPS protects the privacy and security of website users by preventing the hackers. Okay, so that this HTTPS, because of the this SSL technology, SSL or TLS or whatever the web security protocols used in the HTTPS, so that automatically preventing the hackers, because of there is a lot of conversation, number of rules are there to whether it is a user is legitimate or not. So that's why automatically hackers because their credentials are different. They are not providing the complete data. That's why unable to, or we can easy to prevent the hackers to listen the whatever the data transfer between the browser and server. So definitely this HTTPS maximum provide the uh, security and reliable security in the internet and the faster performance. HTTPS automatically the speed of data transfer is more compared to the HTTP because of this. HTTPS generally using the some compression methods. Data content size is reduced while transfer. Segmenting and compression methods are improve the performance of the HTTPS. Okay, and use of HTTPS increases the CO rank means data collection. That means improve the performance. So this is a example like a Google Chrome. Google shows the not secure in the browser if the user's data is collected over the HTTPS. And future HTTP represents the future of the web by making internet safe for users and website owners. Definitely, because every there is a see that there is a SEO rankings, SEO rankings for the web browsers. SEO ranking generally provide the website positions. Website positions is nothing but a search engine optimization. Search engine optimization. Search engine optimization ranking generally because of the every user must whatever the website all registered by the certificate authorities generally who provide the HTTPS protocol, is it? And the whatever the rankings, that means whatever the website data which is provided maximum and fast and all the criteria will be followed in the CO rankings. And also the whether we are going when we are going to access the data, first you should see that whether it is a secure application or not. Suppose there is no, it is not a secured application, better to avoid that one. Better to avoid that website also. If it is a secure website, then only trying to access the data from that server. Because today people are going to the downloading the information or downloading the softwares free of cost from the unsecure sites. So that automatically when you are going to downloading the unsecured data from the unsecure or software from the unsecure sites, it is automatically download the some virus along with the with software. Okay, you're not providing the security, so the better you check the whether security it is for that website has follow the security or not. Okay, next to come to the wireless security. The first topic is simply HTTPS. Now coming to the wireless security. Wireless. Now up to now we have discussed about security on the wired networks or even wireless networks also. But what is the how to enhance the security of the information that all the contents we have discussed. Now in the wireless security, what is going to happen? Like nothing but a protecting the computers or smartphones or tablets, laptops, other devices. Because you are today every even mobiles or every device, portable devices are connecting to the internet, and there you need to achieve the security. That means you have connected to the network in the secure manner, and you can protect the all these devices Protect the all the connected devices from the threats and vulnerability associated with the wireless computing. The meaning of this win, protecting of the computers. So computers, smartphones, tablets, laptops, other devices are protected from the threats and vulnerabilities because of these devices are connected to the network that is in the wireless. Today all the mobile equipment, mobile different some millions of the mobiles are connecting to the network. So there we need to uh, trying to get the secure, protecting these devices from the threats. So generally, we are using some different protocols. Okay, when you are going to outside, simply don't use the Wi-Fi. Okay, Wi-Fi sometimes there is a hidden viruses, some Trojan horse. Trojan horse like different malicious softwares are there. Those are coming through this one. Okay, so simply wireless security is the prevention of unauthorized access or damage to the computers or data using wireless networks, which include Wi-Fi networks. And most common type is the Wi-Fi security, which includes wide equipment policy and Wi-Fi protected access. These two protocols are there. There is a popular protocols. Okay. So there are two types protocols are there. The wide equipment policy is a traditional protocol, and Wi-Fi protected access. This is a additional uh, key, or a key length is enhanced in the Wi-Fi WPA protocol. Okay. Now see, look into this one. Wide equipment policy. It's the old and the traditional protocol developed in the 99. So initially it is a just a 64-bit protocol, uh, and it is not strong. It is not a strong protocol, but later it is a enhanced. There is a limitations because of the uh, developments in the security and hashing algorithms, other public and algorithms. So they're upgraded into 128 bit, more than 64 bit. That's why this WP protocol is not used beyond that one. Later, Wi-Fi protected access protocol. It is the next Wi-Fi alliance project replaced increasingly noticeably vulnerability of the WP wireless wire equipment wire equivalent to privacy standard. Okay, so WPA Wi-Fi protected access was officially adopted in the year 2003. Okay, so later it is enhanced with the that means a common shared key. Okay, that means a WPA pre-shared key. It is a uses the 256 bit also, which is more the very good compared to the 64 bit and 128 bit. Okay, look into that one. This is initially it is a 64 bit actually, restrict to the 64 bit only. So this WPA is 128, then enhanced to again 256 bit also. WPA uses the 256 bit, which was a considerable enhancement above 64 bit and whereas the 128 bit keys. Okay, so these two are protocols are there in the wireless security. So what are the protocols here? Wide equivalent policy, wide equivalent policy, privacy, and Wi-Fi protected access (WPA). Wide equivalent privacy (WP) protocol use the 64-bit key encryption. That 64-bit key used in the encryption that you have to remember. Developed in 1999, and it is not giving enough security because of the 64-bit is the traditional key length. Okay, that's why to avoid the problems of this WP protocol, that means wide equivalent privacy protocol, Wi-Fi protected access WPA protocol was developed. It is using the pre-shared key. Okay, and uses the 256. Initially it developed 128, but also enhanced to the 256 bit key. 256 bit key. So that is the difference between these two protocols. Now see the what are the threats. You have to see the figure. What are the threats? There are several forms of threats in the wireless networks. For example, hackers steal the information from the company and obtain the unauthorized access to the applications and also disrupt the operation. That means a denial of service. What are the main major three kinds of attacks here? Unauthorized access to the wireless networks, denial of service attack, traffic monitoring attack. Traffic monitoring attack. Okay, look into the figure, and you have to note on this figure. Three major types of security threats means attacks to the wireless security. Wireless security. unauthorized access. Okay, then denial of service attack. That means like disturbing the network, disturbing the users, disturbing the traffic. Okay, like unnecessary uh, content replay attack, like all the denial belongs to denial of service attack. Flooding attacks also. Traffic monitoring, observing the traffic data in the wireless network. Let's come to the one by one. Traffic monitoring. As already know that there is a release of message content. It is a passive attack. It is there simply they are not going to changes anything. They simply uses the some tools and they are going to monitoring the traffic in that one. It is suppose that suppose any experienced hacker like a snoopers, you can monitor the unprotected wireless data packets using tools such as Air Magnet and uh, Aeropeak. These all these different methods. Actually, we have a present day. We have a different tools are there. Many tools are developed to capture the data, just like are observing the traffic in the wireless networks. So simply they are going to the disclose the contents of the networks, but actually they are not uh, attacking on the fly. They simply they are capturing the data. They may use later, or they may not use data. Just only they want to know what is going to happen, what is going to transfer the data. Is it just sometimes example, this is also sometimes it is danger because of the some transactions are analyzed, observed by the hackers. What transactions are they? They want to know the because today maximum people using the wireless networks, they want to know about the transactions like username, passwords, transaction amount will be what is amount is going to transfer, credit card numbers, whatever the may be. You want to know that one. Okay, so that one definitely you have to provide the to avoid these problems. Generally, to avoid the traffic monitoring, to enhance the security. That means improve the confidentiality. That means encryption policies. Improve the encryption policies. You have to improve the encryption policies to avoid the traffic monitorings. Okay, maybe enhance the skill length or improve the strength of algorithms, right? And keys all kept in secret. Use the better effective encryption mechanisms. Okay, even while transferring the data, basic conditions you have to observe that whether they are going to use the secure websites or not. If it is a secure websites, then only you can create it or use that sites and transactions. Otherwise, don't go for that one. Suppose example, there is a bank. If it is first to check that one whether the bank provided the secure site or not. Okay, if it is not secure site, definitely your money or your data credentials are going to lost. So that's why before going to use the transactions or create the transactions, first itself yourself you can test that one. Okay, then unauthorized access. Today generally uh, some hackers are there when you are going to public wi-fi providing at railway station, bus stand. Some people are going to, without enter their credentials, they are going to access, or you are let go in your house or office. Okay, it is similar to the monitoring the wireless applications. Someone can effortlessly access the corporate wireless networks from outside the facility if the proper precautions are not taken. Okay, generally in the people who are going to and without getting permission, without taking permission from the website owners or who are wi-fi, who are providing the wi-fi admin, without permissions, if it is access, it is nothing but unauthorized access. And also without proper security, This persons generally another persons can access the servers and applications in the network. So this will create a problem. This will create a problem. So definitely that's why to avoid the unauthorized access in the wireless networks, better you create use the a mutual authentication between the client and server client end between the client and what are the access points. Definitely, without authentication, don't allow the unauthorized persons to access the wireless networks. So mutual authentication is required to okay. And the third one, there is a man in the middle attack. Is also example of one of the attack. A person means unauthorized persons. Unauthorized person, hackers or persons using this some uh, identify the weaknesses of the data or protocols. They are going to attack in the data which is going to transfer between the users of the network. Okay, like simply they are going to use that exploiting the ARP protocols, address resolution protocols. Okay, and the denial of service. Denial of service simply like cripple or disable the wireless network. They are going to disrupting the services. Okay, they disrupting the services which are providing in the networks. It is a some people are going to create a like unavailability of the network. Okay, and accessing time will be improved. There's so many issues are there. They're creating a problems to the users, authorized users. The attackers who are going to assault, they're creating the problems to the unauthorized users, disturbing the services, nothing but denial of servicing. Okay, the disturbing of the services. The severity of the device attack depends on the impact of the wireless network. Inoperative, for example, hacker could disable the someone home wireless LAN. Okay, you have a LAN, you have a wireless networks, Wi-Fi or something, whatever maybe. Some people are going to disable them. Okay, using their knowledge, they are trying to disable them. That simply create some problems. And also there are different methods like attacking, knowing the password, like by brute force attacks, and also do the flooding of the packets, flooding of the data to the that wireless networks, that wireless networks. And different other threats also there, intruders, freeloaders, eavesdroppers, spoilers, rogue access points. These are all also major threats in the wireless networks. The main threats are denial of service, unauthorized access, traffic monitoring. Okay, these three are the very important attack threats in the wireless networks. Okay, traffic monitoring problem can avoided by the enhancing the security. That means the encryption methods. Unauthorized access can avoid by the mutual authentication, and whereas this denial of service also better avoid by using the authentication and digital signature provisions. This is all used to avoid the denial of service kind attacks. Okay, so this is about the uh, wireless networks. Okay, what do you remember? Definition of the wireless network. What are the protocols used in the wireless networks? What are the security threats? Means attacks in the wireless net security. Okay, thank you.